I have something here in my hands that I thought I would probably not be talking about on this channel, but this is something that was just recently sent out to me from Kordichef. Now, a lot of you guys may or may not know that Rome is a home cook. I cook every single night. And yes, I have been somewhat interested in stainless steel pans. I have used cast iron for the majority of my life, and I've been very, very happy with it. But a lot of my friends who are also cooks rave about these stainless steel pans, okay? So these are gonna work with your ceramics, your electrics, your gas stoves, all of those type of things. Now there's a little bit of assembly required for this pan. We're gonna do that in this video, but will it make the cut? Will this make the grade? Will this become one of Rome's most used cooking utensils? Time will tell. But before we get to that, let's unbox this and see exactly what we get in the box. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, guys, let's get to the unboxing. As you guys can see, here is the box that it is delivered in. Let's go ahead and pop this guy open so we can see exactly what we're going to get. All right, that's everything that's in the box. Now, it does come very well packaged, as you guys can see here. Let's go ahead and take it out. And as I said, there is some assembly required. I think everything we're going to need is going to be found in this box right here. Okay, so here's the pan. Let's see here. First impressions. It feels really nice. It feels really nice. It's very beautiful, shiny. Yeah, that's a good start. That's a good start. All right, so you're going to find 2 bolts here on the back of it. You're going to have to attach the handle to that. And I like that because that means that these are not welded on, so you don't have to worry about, you know, you've had those pans like I have where the handle starts to wobble a little bit. All right, so let's get in here, see what we get. All right, so here is our stainless steel handle. Check that out. That is beautiful. All right. Now, you guys know I am not going to read the instructions, which I probably should, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so you're going to get 3 of these little nuts. You'll only need 2 of them, obviously. So we're going to start off by just lining these up pretty much like that. You can probably start these by hand just to get them on. Make sure you don't cross thread them. Get those started like so. All right, let's do our second one here. There we go. And then you get this little tool here. This is going to help you just tighten this down. These don't have to be super Gorilla tight, but you want it to be firm. I think that's pretty good. Let's go to this side. All right. So now we have our handle on this pan. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this into the kitchen. We're going to preheat it, and we're going to try to cook something with it to see if it's going to work the way I anticipate this pan working. All right, let's go to the kitchen. All right, guys, so now we're in the kitchen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and preheat this pan. Now, with cast iron, one of the things that you don't have to worry about is having to have a specific temperature set. But with stainless steel, you know, it's all about oil or fat and also the temperature of the pan. So we want to bring this up to relative, you know, temperature. But the way you can test is to take water, and once this comes up to temperature, your water should bead in the pan instead of just boiling. So if we put a little water in here right now, we'll see that it's going to start to boil, that water. You guys, hopefully you can see that. That is not what we're looking for. We're waiting for this to come up to temperature so we get that beading effect with our water, okay? And we're waiting for it to come up to temperature. Now, I do recommend washing these pans, guys, because there's a good chance that it's going to be some manufacturing oils still on the pans. But most of the time, that won't be a concern. All right, so I have my little thermometer here, as you guys can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to check to see what the temperature is right now. So the current temperature is 184 degrees. We need to come up higher than that. We're at 232 degrees. And again, like I said, you can just keep testing with a couple of beads of water. All right, so that's what we're looking for. Hopefully you guys can see that. We're looking for that where the water starts to bead up and it just kind of runs around like little balls. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those little beads of water to accumulate inside of the pan. All right, guys, we're going to add a little oil to our pan. We're going to bring that up to temp. It is going to smoke a little bit, but you don't have to worry about that as much. If it smokes too much, you can just take it off of the heat. Remember, this is stainless steel. So at this point, we should be able to add our protein or whatever it is that we want to cook into the pan. And it should slide around like you guys are seeing here. Get a good crust on it. Now you can start, you know, building up your flavors. You can add a little bit of garlic, salt, whatever you want. Just add a little garlic powder in here. We're going to add a little salt and pepper to taste. Bring this up to temp just a little bit. You don't need a lot. All right, let's keep this guy going. And as you guys see, we don't have very much sticking at all in the pan. Everything is moving around just as freely. We can probably drop the heat. Let me show it to you guys here real quick. So that's what we did. This is just some sandwich chicken that I was able to cook in the pan. So I think this came out really, really nice, guys. All right, guys, it's been your buddy Rome with Rome Knows Tech. Just want to do a quick video showing you guys this new pan and doing a quick little test with it. Hopefully this video has been helpful. It's time for me to eat this. All right, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.